Hey film fans, welcome to CinePro, your ultimate hub for all movie recaps, from heartwarming classics to the latest blockbusters. In one of the American villages on a Friday night, everyone was enjoying themselves, and the streets were crowded. There was a policeman named Mooney, and so far there was no sign of any danger at all. He hoped the night would remain calm due to the shortage of police officers on Friday nights, as most of them were on leave. Mooney had an issue with young people because he could no longer relate to their age. In one of the forests, there were dinner trucks with people like Mike, Davy, and many others. Suddenly, an ice cream truck appeared, calling itself the Clowns, operated by the Bronzy brothers. No one liked their ice cream, so they left quickly before people could confront them. They used to be Mike's friends back in school and were known for being crazy. Mike and Davy were gazing at the night sky when they saw a strange light and noticed a peculiar meteor landing from space near them. They couldn't understand why it was so large. Old Bill noticed the meteor had fallen on his farm, so he went to investigate, hoping he could make money off it. However, when he reached the location, there was no meteor. Instead, he found a large electrified circus tent. He couldn't comprehend how this had happened. He also noticed his dog was missing, and suddenly, while searching for it, a strange, giant clown-like monster appeared and killed him. Meanwhile, Officer Mooney arrested two young men under the pretext that they were walking suspiciously in the street. His colleague David questioned him, asking why he brought them in without evidence, while the young men insisted they were innocent. The argument between them escalated, but Mooney stuck to his decision and unjustly jailed the young men. Mike and Davy arrived at Old Bill's farm to investigate the meteor, only to be shocked to find the circus tent. Davy became scared and said she didn't want to explore further, but Mike insisted on investigating because he loved circuses and hoped to find friendly clowns inside. They entered the large tent, and Mike was amazed by its strange design, as though it wasn't made by humans. The tent was enormous and spacious. They found it empty, but ahead of them was a room. Upon entering, they discovered bizarre objects and numerous tunnels beneath the circus. Something was definitely wrong. No circus in the world looked like this. They decided to explore another room and found themselves in a strange factory for popcorn and cotton candy, which was excessively large. The disaster struck when they realized the cotton candy contained corpses, as if it was being used to consume humans. They quickly hid when a terrifying clown entered, carrying a new corpse wrapped in cotton candy. The clown spotted them and threw a popcorn bomb at them. It stuck to them, but they managed to escape, barely believing what had just happened. The clowns realized the danger of Mike and Davy escaping to expose them, so they decided to hide their circus and attack the entire town to consume humans and store them in cotton candy. All because they were hungry. Mike and Davy decided to report to the police. They went to the station and met Officer David, telling him about the circus that had landed from space, with terrifying clowns eating human flesh and storing them in cotton candy. They believed the circus was their spaceship and posed a threat to everyone. David was skeptical of their strange story and took them inside to calm them down. When Officer Mooney heard their account, he laughed and dismissed it, saying there was only one circus in town, which no one visited anyway. He refused to believe Mike, accusing him of being influenced by the crazy Bronzy brothers, the ice cream sellers. However, Officer David believed them due to their fear and decided to accompany them to investigate, despite Mooney's warning about the lack of police resources. Meanwhile, a man walking down the street at night came across a funny puppet show. He stopped to watch and enjoy, unaware of the trap he had fallen into. A terrifying clown appeared, shot him with a laser beam, turned him into cotton candy as usual, and took him to the circus for storage and later consumption. People were terrified by the clown's attacks, seeing these giant, strange clowns for the first time, destroying goods and spreading chaos. They turned some people into cotton candy, and no one knew how to stop them. Officer David felt the gravity of the situation and decided to take Davy home. He and Mike went to investigate the circus in the forest. A woman found a knock on the door and the clowns brought pizza with them. With good intentions, the girl thought that the pizza restaurant was playing a prank or something, but the clowns turned her into cotton candy. They continued their adventures and went around all the houses to occupy the village and turn it into a cotton candy factory to preserve human flesh to eat later. Policeman David arrived at Davy's house and had Mike come down to convince her to return home because of the seriousness of the mission, and they will take responsibility. And he succeeded in convincing her, leaving the responsibility to himself and Mike. He convinced her to stay safe at home, and she agreed. When they reached the forest, they found neither the circus nor the clowns. As the clowns had realized Mike was causing trouble for them after his initial escape, David became furious and arrested Mike for filing a false report, saying Mooney was right for once, accusing them of deceiving him. Meanwhile, a group of bikers encountered a small clown who wanted to race them with his tiny bike. They laughed at him and broke his bike, unaware of the disaster they had invited upon themselves. The clown eliminated them, and when some tried to escape, a larger clown cornered them and finished them off. Officer David noticed that the dinner trucks parked in the forest were all destroyed, with no one around. He decided to investigate and found a lot of cotton candy, blood traces, and broken human belongings, evidence of a struggle. He began to believe Mike's story and apologized to him, warning him that they needed to find the clowns. Meanwhile, Officer Mooney was overwhelmed by the calls reporting terrifying clowns abducting people. He refused to believe any of it, thinking the entire town was playing a prank on him or had gone mad. He decided to ignore the calls and disconnected the phones. The clowns continued abducting people, and no one was able to stop them. Davy cleaned her clothes from the popcorn the clowns had thrown at her, unaware that the popcorn was moving, as if seeds were about to sprout. The popcorn spread everywhere in her house. Meanwhile, some young and old people waiting at the bus station encountered a clown who wanted to play with them. They laughed and interacted with him in good faith, only for him to turn the shadow of a cute rabbit into a strange dinosaur that devoured them all. This happened right in front of David and Mike, who couldn't believe their eyes as the clown disappeared. David quickly called the station, urging Mooney to contact state backup immediately. As usual, Mooney didn't believe him, accused him of being crazy, and hung up. Mike decided to go out and try to warn and save people, while David returned to the station to request backup himself, hoping to find the clown's weakness and eliminate them. Meanwhile, Mooney was alone at the station, smoking. He gets shocked when he finds a creepy clown entering, then laughs and says, "Are you guys for real?" The clown sprays water on Mooney, which annoys him greatly. Mooney threatens him with a weapon and throws him in jail with youths, but the creepy clown easily finishes them off. David arrives at the station to find the power out and phones disconnected. Mooney, the officer, is missing, and David notices clown footprints on the floor. He follows them and discovers the youths have been turned into cotton candy. He finds the clown after it killed Mooney, and David shoots at it multiple times. One bullet hits the clown's nose, destroying it, which turns out to be their weak point, their big noses. Mike reaches the Bronzy brothers' truck, and they start warning people to protect themselves from the clown's attack. Unfortunately, they are too late, as the clowns are already using a large cotton candy storage truck to capture people and store them. They attack people everywhere, and no one can stop them. When a clown spots them, they quickly flee. In the bathroom, Debbie senses movement around her, and popcorn seeds burst into tiny clowns. She sprays them with a corrosive substance, but they come at her from all directions. She manages to escape the bathroom, but the clowns trap her in the living room and enclose her in a yellow bubble. Mike sees them taking her away and can't believe his eyes. The clowns escape quickly, and the Bronzy brothers chase after them in their truck. Officer David joins the pursuit, but they crash, and the clown's vehicle gets away. David, whose car breaks down, joins Mike and the Bronzy brothers to rescue Debbie and defeat the clowns. A guard sees the clown's tiny car arrive, but the issue is that not just one or two clowns emerge from the tiny car. 5 large clowns come out, bringing hot pies as a gift for the guard. They throw the pies at him, and he melts from their heat. The youths arrive at the circus in the ice cream truck and notice the melted guard covered in whipped cream and cherries. They enter the circus, trying to protect themselves from any traps inside, and reach a door. The Bronzy brothers don't notice and fall into a trap, but neither Mike nor Officer David realizes it. Mike and David reach a room resembling the circus tent Mike and Debbie saw in the forest. They find thousands of humans stored in cotton candy cocoons. While searching for Debbie. They hide when they sense a clown approaching. They are shocked to see the clown drinking blood from a large cotton candy cocoon with a straw, clearly enjoying it. They find and free Debbie, but as they try to escape, the clowns surround them. David shoots at their noses, killing some, but he runs out of bullets. They descend to the ground floor and discover strange monsters below. The clowns have a plan to invade Earth using every possible means and store humans in cotton candy to eat them. Unfortunately, the youths fail to escape. The clowns corner them, and they prepare to face death. Suddenly, the Bronzy brothers burst into the scene, trying to negotiate with the clowns using the clown on their truck. The clowns stop, not because of the Bronzy brothers, but because their giant leader appears. Officer David decides to fight the clowns, giving Debbie and Mike a chance to escape. He uses all his weapons on the giant clown, but still cannot hit its nose. The giant clown attacks the Bronzy brothers and captures David, preparing to eat him without cotton candy this time. No one can stop them. When the police arrive, the clown's spaceship is about to leave Earth, having stored enough humans as cotton candy for later consumption. The giant clown corners David, but David notices his sharp police badge. He throws it at the clown's nose, successfully destroying it. The giant clown explodes, and since their leader is dead, the entire mission fails. The spaceship self-destructs. Suddenly, a strange car falls from the sky near the police. Inside, they find Officer David alive. He had taken shelter in the car during the explosion. He saved the world and defeated the clowns. The Bronzy brothers are also alive in the car. The clown's plan to eat humans has ended, ending the movie. If you liked today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive all new updates. See you in the next video.